Hello friends, most welcome to my YouTube channel Maths by Samit Deshmukh. So today we are starting second part of this chapter. In the first part of the chapter we have studied about what line passing through the origin, and in one theorem we have proved that if pair of lines passing through the origin, at that time their combined equation is what? Homogeneous equation. Homogeneous equation in standard form can be written as ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Means in the first part of a chapter we have seen pair of line passes through the origin. Now in the second part of the chapter we are studying about pair of lines not passing through the origin. If the line does not passes through the origin, at that time their combined equation is nothing but what? General equation of second degree in x and y. And this general equation of second degree in x and y in standard form can be written as ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. And what we are saying, where at least a, b, h is not 0. ये तीनों में से a, b और h इन तीनों में से एक कोई तो भी कम से कम एक तो भी नॉन जीरो नंबर होना चाहिए. अगर तीनों के तीनों जीरो हो गए तो सी व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग हियर. इफ a becomes 0 this term will get eliminate here, h becomes 0 this term will get eliminate, b becomes 0 this term will get eliminate. If these three terms will get eliminated, then these are three remaining term. And what is degree here? Power of variable means 1. यहाँ पे भी variable का power 1 है. बोले तो equation क्या बनेगा? It is equation of degree 1. So to remain the equation of degree what? Degree 2, at least one of the a, b and h should be what? Non-zero. तीनों भी नॉन जीरो हो सकते हैं, लेकिन कम से कम एक तो भी कोएफिशिएंट a, h और b ये तीनों में से कोई तो भी एक नॉन जीरो होना जरूरी है, तभी ये इक्वेशन क्या रहेगा? इट विल रिमेन द इक्वेशन ऑफ डिग्री सेकंड. सो होप द आइडिया अबाउट जनरल इक्वेशन ऑफ सेकंड डिग्री इन x एंड y इज क्लियर टू यू. सो जनरल इक्वेशन ऑफ सेकंड डिग्री इन x एंड y इन स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म कैन बी रिटन एज व्हाट? ax स्क्वायर प्लस 2hxy प्लस by स्क्वायर. यहाँ तक का पार्ट तो सेम ही था, लेकिन इसके बाद कौन सी टर्म मिलेंगी हमें? x की. x का कोएफिशिएंट हम किससे डिनोट कर रहे हैं? 2g. कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ y वी आर डिनोटिंग बाय 2f एंड कांस्टेंट टर्म वी आर डिनोटिंग बाय व्हाट? c. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज जनरल इक्वेशन ऑफ सेकंड डिग्री इन x and y. Now in the first theorem we have to prove that the combined equation of two lines is a general second degree equation in x and y. So to find out combined equation of two lines, first consider the equation of two lines. So solution, proof. Let equation of pair of lines be. So let us consider the equation of first line is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and equation of second line is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. If equation of two lines is known to us, so therefore their combined equation is, let us to find out combined equation we have to take the multiplication of these two equation. What is first equation? a1x plus b1y plus c1 into second equation is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Now take the multiplication of these two equations. Let us see what we will get here. First I am multiplying by a1x to all the three terms in this bracket. So if I am multiplying by a1x to first term, so here we will get a1 a2 x square. Now multiply by a1x to second term, so a1 b2, so what we will get here? a1 b2 xy. Lastly multiply by a1x to third term, so what we will get here? a1 c2x. Now I am multiplying by b1y to all the three terms in this bracket, so here we will get a2 b1 xy plus, now multiply to the second term, so what we will get here? b1 b2 y square. Lastly multiply to the third term, so what we will get here? So b1 c2y plus, now I am multiplying by c1 to all these three terms. See what we will get. c1 into a2x is a2 c1x, multiply to the second term, that is b2 c1y, and lastly we will get c1 c2 is equal to what? 0. Now if we are now collect the terms of xy, two terms of xy is there, only one term of x square is there, so don't disturb to it, keep it as it is. Then collect the terms of xy. If we are taking xy common from these two terms, see here its coefficient is a1 b2 and here its coefficient is a2 b1 xy. Just we have collected the terms of xy. Then collect the terms of y square. Only one term of y square is there, that is b1 b2 y square, plus then collect the terms of x. What is the coefficient of x here? a1 c2 plus, and here coefficient is a2 c1 x, plus then collect the terms of y. If we are collecting the terms of y, here we will get b1 c2 plus b2 c1 y, and lastly collect the constant term c1 c2. On this side 0, keep it as it is. Now in this equation the coefficient of x square is what? a1 a2. a1 and a2 are nothing but what? Two numbers. Their product is also one number. Let us denote this number by what? A. So let a1 a2 I am denoting by a. Here this coefficient of xy we are denoting by 2h. a1 b2 plus a2 b1 will be equals to say 2h. b1 b2 I am denoting by y, b1 into b2, let us denote it by b. Then coefficient of x, whatever may be the coefficient of x, here we have got a1 c2 plus a2 c1 we are denoting by 2g. This coefficient of y means b1 c2 plus b2 c1 I am denoting it by 2f, and this constant term c1 c2 I am denoting by what? C. So we get, let us see what we will get here. So here we will get a x square. This coefficient of xy we have denoted it by 2h, so here we will get 2h xy, plus then coefficient of y square we have denoted by b, plus this coefficient of x we have denoted it by what? 2g, so here we will get 2gx. Then coefficient of y we have denoted by what? 2f, so here we will get 2fy, and this constant term c1 into c2 we have denoted it by c. On this side 0, keep it as it is. And this is nothing but the general equation, general secondary equation in x and y. So this is general second degree equation in x and y. So what we have proved here, if pair of lines, if two pair lines are given to us which are not passing through the origin, at that time their combined equation is nothing but what? General equation of second degree in x and y. So this completes the proof of this theorem. So now let us discuss about the very important result related with what? General equation of second degree in x and y. So just now we have proved that in the last theorem we have proved that if equation of two lines are given to us, then their combined equation is what? General equation of second degree in x and y. But remember that general equation of second degree in x and y always does not represent pair of straight line. Sometimes it also represents circle also, parabola also, ellipse also, what? Hyperbola also. Now we are discussing the condition which is satisfying by this general equation of second degree in x and y, so that we can say that it represent what? Pair of straight line. So these results, now the result which you are discussing related with what? General equation, its proof is not given in our syllabus. Just applying this result we have to solve the example. So see the first important result, we have already denoted this equation, general equation, by equation number first. So here we can say that equation first represent pair of lines if this condition is satisfying. So here if first condition, the value of determinant will be equals to what? 0. So now try to understand the element of this determinant. A, H, G. The elements of this determinant are A, H, G, H, B, F and G, F, C. So element of first row are A, G, H, second row are H, B, F and third row are G, F, C. These values we are able to find out from the given general equation. From this equation we will get the value of A, B, C also, and H, G, F also. Once these 6 values are known to us, substitute this value in this determinant and check that if the value of this determinant is equal to 0 or not. Okay, so the value of this determinant can also be written as, means instead of this determinant we will have another expression also, which we are getting by simplifying this determinant. If we are simplifying this determinant, we will get A, B, C plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square. On this side 0, keep it as it is. Simplifying this determinant, we will get this expression. Either you are able to show that value of this expression is equal to 0, or you are able to show that value of this determinant is also equals to what, 0. जब हम 12th में थे तो हमारे सर ने ये सब एलिमेंट कैसे ध्यान में रखना है, how to remember the element of this determinant. One method they have introduced, let me tell you that same method. So these elements can be remembered as a heighted girl having beautiful face going for college. In this way we are able to remember these elements of this determinant. A heighted girl having beautiful face going for college. Using this simple method we are able to remember the element of this determinant. Either you are able to use this method of determinant, or simply substitute the value in the left hand side of this expression and check that you are getting right hand side, means 0 or not. If this condition is satisfying, and the second condition, that value of h square minus ab is either greater than 0 or greater than or equal to 0, at that time we can say that the general equation represents what, pair of straight line. Again remember that to check whether this equation, if equation is given to us and question is to check whether this equation represent pair of straight line or not, first you have to find out value of this determinant. If the value of determinant is 0, then find out the value of h square minus ab and check that value is either greater than or equal to 0 or not, means this value should not be negative. If these conditions are satisfying, at that time we can say that this equation represents what, pair of lines. Getting it? How to make the use of this condition while solving the example, that part we will discuss later on. Now we are discussing second important condition. Now lines represented by this equation number first are always parallel to lines represented by equation first are parallel to lines represented by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Means this is homogeneous equation. The lines represented by homogeneous equation and line represented by general equation are parallel only if first three terms, whatever may be the first three terms are there in general equation, exactly same three terms are there in this homogeneous equation. At that time we can say that line represented by this general equation are parallel to the line represented by what, homogeneous equation. Okay, अगर homogeneous equation में के जो three terms है वही exactly the same three terms appears in what, general equation. First three terms in the general equation, at that time whatever may be the next three terms, but what is the condition, यहाँ पे जो तीन terms है वो यहाँ के first three terms exactly same है, then we can say that line represented by homogeneous equation and general equation are parallel to each other. Now we are discussing a formula to find out acute angle between the line represented by this general equation, means equation number first. Acute angle theta between lines represented by equation first is given by tan theta is equals to mod of 2 under root h square minus ab upon a plus b. Means whatever may be the formula we are applying to find out angle between the lines in case of homogeneous equation, same formula we are applying in case of what, general equation. So formula is same in both the cases. To apply this formula we will require the value of a, h and b, which we are getting from homogeneous equation also, and to find out the angle between the lines represented by general equation we will get a, H and B from this equation also. Means in both the cases same formula is applicable to find out acute angle between the lines. Then we will discuss condition for lines to be perpendicular. So here we can say that if lines are perpendicular, then which condition we have seen in case of homogeneous equation, that a plus b is equal to 0. Here also if this condition is satisfying, at that time we can say that lines are what? Perpendicular. Or if lines are perpendicular, at that time a plus b will be equals to what? 0. And if the lines are parallel, then h square minus ab will be equals to 0. This is the condition for lines to be coincident in case of what? Homogeneous equation. लेकिन homogeneous equation parallel line represent ही नहीं करता है. Why? Because homogeneous equation always represents what? Pair of line passing through origin. चलो ये एक line consider करो which is represented by this homogeneous equation and passing through what? Origin. And second line is let us try to construct another line which is parallel to this line and passing through origin. Is it possible? यहाँ पे ये line को infinite line parallel draw कर सकते हैं, लेकिन हमें ऐसी line draw करना है जो ये line को parallel है and passing through what? Origin. It is not possible. तो ये line इसी line को क्या होंगी? Coincide होंगी. That's why in case of homogeneous equation, if this condition is satisfying, we can say that lines are what? Coincident. But if this condition is satisfying in case of what? General equation, we can say that lines are what? Parallel. So hope the difference between why we are saying that here lines are coincident and why we are saying that here lines are parallel is clear to you. Now see the fourth important result related with what? General equation. If the lines if this general equation represents what? Pair of straight line, and if these two lines are intersecting, at that time the coordinate of this point of intersection can be find out applying this formula. This is the formula which is applicable to find out x coordinate, and this formula is applicable to find out what? Y coordinate. Means x coordinate can be find out applying which formula? hf minus bg upon ab minus h square, and y coordinate can be find out as gh minus af upon ab minus h square. Already I have told that this proof of this result is not in our syllabus. Just applying this result we have to solve the example. अब अगर एक number है say 2/3, if I am multiplying to numerator by minus and denominator by minus, inequality does not changes, because again if you are cancelling minus minus we will get the same number. So for simplicity, if I am multiplying to numerator and denominator by minus, what will get? This negative term will become positive and positive term will become negative. In the denominator also we will get negative term will become positive and this positive term will become negative. This result we have got simply multiplying to numerator and denominator by what? Minus. Now I think this will be somewhat easy way to remember this formula. At least we are able to remember the denominator h square minus ab, ये term both formulas में आती है, तो कम से कम हमें डिनोमिनेटर तो भी इजीली लर्न हो जाएगा. न्यूमरेटर थोड़ी प्रैक्टिस करने के बाद या 2-3 बार रिवीजन करने के बाद लर्न हो सकता है. सो व्हाट इज द न्यूमरेटर हियर? bg minus hf upon h square minus ab. Here also if I am multiplying to numerator and denominator by minus, here we will get af minus gh, and in the denominator we will get h square minus ab, isn't it? So you are able to remember this first formula or this second formula to find out coordinate of point of intersection of the lines represented by general equation. To apply these formulas, we should have to know the value of what? A, B, h, g, f. All these values we will get from the given general equation, and if it is given to us that it represent pair of lines, then applying this formula we will get coordinate of point of intersection of the lines represented by this equation. Now let us discuss the last important result. It is definitely not related with general equation, but in textbook they have given it in all the result related with what? General equation. जो general equation के result थे वो यहीं पे खत्म हो चुके चुके हैं. This is the result related with what? General homogeneous equation. Try to understand it. So now we are finding here joint equation of bisector of the angle between represented by homogeneous equation, and it is given by this formula. Okay, so let us suppose that these are two lines represented by this homogeneous equation. We know that it represents line passing through what? Origin. Let us denote first line by L1 and second line by what? L2. These are two lines represented by this homogeneous equation. Since it is homogeneous equation, line passes through what? Origin. Now we are discussing about what? Joint equation of the bisector of the angle. So here this is one angle between these two lines. Let this line will be the bisector of the angle between which two lines? L1 and L2. Okay, so this line, let us denote it by L1 dash, means here we can say that L1 dash is the line bisect the angle between what? L1 and L2, and this is the one angle between L1 and L2. Can I say that this is second angle between L1 and L2? This is acute, and this is what? Obtuse angle between which two lines? L1 and L2. Let us suppose that this line will be the bisector of the angle between this is the bisector of this obtuse angle. Okay, so if the lines are not perpendicular, at that time definitely one angle is acute and another angle is what? Obtuse angle between two lines. चलो अगर ये ऐसे दो लाइन है, एक एंगल अगर acute है तो दूसरा एंगल क्या होता है दोनों लाइन में का? obtuse एंगल. सो एक एंगल बाइसेक्टर acute एंगल का हो गया और एक बाइसेक्टर किसका हो गया? obtuse एंगल का. Let us denote this angle bisector by L2 dash, and applying this formula we are able to find out combined equation of this angle bisector. So what is that formula? Hx square minus a minus b into xy minus hy square. Means what is coefficient of x square here? H. Coefficient of y square is what? Minus h, and coefficient of xy is minus in bracket a minus b. So this formula is applicable if the value of a, b, and h are known to us. These values can be found out from the given homogeneous equation. We are able to find out a, b, and h. Substituting these values in this equation, the new equation which you are getting is nothing but combined equation of what? Joint equation means combined equation. Combined equation of what? Bisector of the angle between line represented by this equation, means it is combined equation of this L1 dash and L2 dash. Here we can observe that coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square is what here? H. Plus coefficient of y square. What is coefficient of y square? That is minus h. And what is the addition of plus h and minus h? Definitely 0. Means this coefficient of x square means what? A, and this minus h means coefficient of y square we are denoting by what? B. And we know that if a plus b is equal to 0, at that time lines are what? Perpendicular. Here also sum of coefficient of x square and coefficient of y square is 0. That's why we can say that the lines represented by this equation are what? Perpendicular to each other, or in other words we can say that the bisectors are perpendicular to each other, because this L1 dash and L2 dash are nothing but which line? Which bisect the angle between the line represented by this homogeneous equation. In this way we have completed the whole theoretical part of this chapter. Now applying these formulas, let us try to solve. In the next video we will solve the example from the next exercise.